Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Bananiel here with a very special video. This video is edited by the one, the only Beaky B. I want to thank Randon Nuering for one, coming onto the show and being my first guest on Behind the Peel, but two, recommending me this wonderful editor. She did a fabulous job, and I cannot wait to share this video with you. So, without further ado, let the interview commence. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Randon.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming.
As you can see, he is an orc of wonderful repute. He is very well known within the business community, that's for sure. I've heard your name tossed around a fair share of board meetings.
That's an exaggeration, but thank you, Lynn. I appreciate it.
Started off with some fire, just get the pleasantries out of the way. So, Mr. Randon, I'm very interested to find out, what was the inspiration behind your character?
I've always liked orcs. It's just who I am inside, and it feels natural right now. I feel more comfortable as an orc than anything else.
That makes sense.
Whatever that might be,
As someone who appreciates orcs, I will ask the question that is at least on my mind. You ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
Of course.
Excellent. A cultured individual. We have had 100% cultured individuals on the show so far, which is absolutely amazing. And honestly, this is the best interview I've ever done, so...
The best interview you've ever done. Okay, all right. I'll take it. I'll take the win.
That's absolutely awesome. I'm a Dungeons & Dragons player from way back. I started playing when I was 16, and I never stopped. So I appreciate the orc ensemble, absolutely. Let's ask another kind of much wanted to be known question. How long have you been involved with content creation? How did this journey begin?
I started when I started Randon channel, so what is it, 2.5, 3 months?
Wow, 3 months in.
I started in the very beginning of February. I think February 3rd was my first YouTube video that I uploaded, and that was the first and only piece of content that I've ever done in my entire life.
Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, it's definitely getting anything started. You got to kind of take a leap of faith, right? And it's and it's especially in this type of content creation. I mean, you got to kind of pony up some dough. There's some investment involved if you want to really do it right. And by the looks of things and the quality of your content, you are doing it all right. Yeah, I have to talk about this because I remember when I first talked to Randon and we were setting all this stuff up for the interview, I said the first video I ever saw of him was him doing Warcraft 3 orc impressions. As someone who's played the original Warcraft games and absolutely appreciates them, the moment I saw that, I was like, oh, this is conceptually amazing. I have to support this individual. Conceptually amazing and design incredible. I absolutely love it. So would you say that Warcraft and that sort of gaming genre is some of the stuff that helped inspire this character?
Absolutely, yeah. I played pretty much all the Warcraft games and I love them.
Nice.
My personal bias is I like Warhammer orcs the best.
Oh, Warhammer orcs are wonderful. They're the plant boys, right?
Yeah, the mushrooms. But I mean, I considered having like a Warhammer orc salaryman, but I decided against it, and I kind of went with the more I think this is more,
it's very traditional, yeah,
probably more Warcraft style, except Warcraft style orcs have like 4 tusks. They have 2 tiny tusks like inside, and I decided against that in the end.
Yeah, it's very it feels like a happy cross between a Lord of the Rings orc and a Warcraft orc.
Exactly.
Yeah, which I think is aesthetically wonderful. Oh, you do have little bikes on your tie. What?
Yeah.
I did not even know. Yeah, Doppel Dave just pointed that out. I did not notice that. Hey, thanks for the hydrate, Tucker. You got some liquid libations nearby?
Me? I have water.
All right. Take a sip with me, will you?
All right, I'll take a sip.
It's hydration time, guys.
It's a cycling water bottle, so it's going to sound weird. People say it sounds questionable when I do it on stream, but it's a cycling water bottle, perverts.
I'm listening with great intent.
It's a water bottle.
It's a water bottle, guys. Come on. Are there any other hidden Randon quirks that will rear their ugly heads as time goes on?
Well, I mean, I've mentioned that I like golfing.
Yes.
I suck at it, and it enrages me, but I love golfing.
Never been much for traditional golfing, but driving range all day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you gotta hit the dingers. It's really satisfying. And fishing. Although I fish a lot less now.
I'm trying to figure out a fishing question here. Like, what's the biggest fish you ever done caught?
Biggest fish I ever caught. I went down to a fishing charter in Mexico and I caught a tuna.
Oh, tuna are massive.
Yeah, it was like a 60, 70 pound tuna.
Doppel says, "Tell the fishing story."
Oh, the fishing story.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in college and I was fishing in Central Park in New York City at like almost midnight, and then I got mugged by a child, like an actual child. He looked like he was in middle school or early high school at the most, and he tried to mug me with a steak knife. It was clearly a steak knife. And I had a
fishing? You got attempted to be mugged with a steak knife while you were fishing in Central Park. I'm following so far, right?
Yeah. And while I was trying to decide what to do, I got a hit. Like one of the only hits, because Central Park's there's almost no fish in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like one of the only hits I ever got while fishing there. And I used ultralight tackle because like I fish for sport, so it's not easy to reel in. And it was a big fish. I got really close to landing the fish. I didn't have a net, and I asked the mugger to help me land the fish. So I landed the fish and I pulled it out of the water, and the mugger was like, "Whoa, that's cool!" And I was like, "Yeah." So you're gonna try to take my wallet? And then the mugger was like, "No, I was just fucking with you. But can I take the fish?" He took the fish, and he seemed like he was really excited about fishing. But he seemed like a good kid, and I wanted him to get into fishing and maybe stop mugging people. So I was like, "Hey, you could take the fishing rod, like my fishing rod, because it was a cheaper one, like an ugly stick 4 piece."
Oh, that's awesome, man. Okay, so so far, I don't know about you, but I've been having some fun this stream. This has been really cool.
Yeah.
Unique concepts. Let's talk unique concepts, shall we? I think it's safe to say that Randon, you are a very unique concept in the VTubing world. I mean, there's other orcs, but I've seen no one tackle this from the angle in which you've done. Was that part of the deliberation process at all when you were coming up with a character, or did it just happen to be that unique?
I was just like orc.
Yeah.
But the concept of being a salaryman, that was I thought that through, because originally at the golf range I was like planning on being an orc in like full armor.
Oh, like full actual like period appropriate orc. Yeah.
As I was thinking about it, as I was developing the character, I originally thought that I would carry that voice, the orc voice, like I would scream like this, right?
Yeah, that's hard to do.
I don't have the acting chops to do that. I was like, all right, what if I do like a shadow run, like a modern rendition of an orc salaryman, because orcs are typically minions, and then I'm also, I work in an office. I'm an office worker. It just eases the load of acting, of being in character. The salaryman part was just me being lazy.
Oh well, you know what? Your laziness paid off. Because you ended up with a very unique concept. Yeah, that's anyone who is doing VTubing or looking to start doing VTubing, really consider all the aspects of your character. I know there's some people that have debuted, and then they've realized the workload that comes with trying to maintain a character for a long amount of time.
Oh, yeah.
So I would definitely say your persona as a VTuber should absolutely be tied into you in some way, because you need to have that personal connection. Otherwise, there is an obvious disconnect. It will end up tearing your brain apart trying to maintain that. Of course, you aren't actors. You're an orc and a banana. I'm really glad you guys have all been so receptive to this. This is the first time I've ever done this. I've never hosted a talk show before, guys. Believe it or not.
I had a blast. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Absolutely.
Or Bananiel.
I really hope you enjoyed the show. Come on, click that sub below. And if you think I'm good on the mic, why not consider leaving a like? Ha-cha-cha.